I'm in Leederville WA today with the directors of the local loan company, Lepidi and Kylie Platt. Welcome, ladies.
Thank you, Dino. Thanks, Pleasure to be here.
Yeah, thank you for joining me. I'm going to get straight into it. Actually, before we do, we started celebrating a week earlier, so we've poured ourselves a glass of champagne. So happy National Finance Brokers Day, ladies.
Yes, yes.
And we'll continue celebrating for the week ahead. Okay.
Oh, that's good.
Good stuff. And we're going to get straight into it. And Kylie, I wanted to ask you first, why are you ladies supportive of National Finance Brokers Day?
The reason that we love the day is because I think it brings community and consumer awareness to the great job that actually mortgage brokers do. Not just, in the looking after clients, trying to get them a loan, but actually in being able to then look after them after settlement and give them some old-fashioned care, as in, can we better your interest rate once it's settled, and perhaps the broader spectrum now that they're missing.
So important, those points, and it's what we're trying to get out.
Yeah.
Hence NFBD and the broader range. So I think you hit the nail on the head with all of those. So if I go on to you, local loan company or local financial group, as we can see behind us, can you give us a little bit of sense around what the company offers clients and what services you provide?
Okay, so Kylie and I are the directors, obviously, of the local financial group, which is an umbrella company, and underneath that we have the local loan company, which is our mortgage broking arm. We now have the local financial planner, which is financial planning and insurances. We also have the local car finance company. I know it sounds great, doesn't it, all these things we have, which covers car finance, leasing, equipment finance, asset finance, anything at all to do with any type of asset finance. And within all that, we also do commercial lending and business loans. And we've soon to have our settlement agent, the local settlement agent, and hopefully the local accounting company. So with all that, we're just hoping that we can offer our clients a holistic approach. It's a really, we like to think that we can look after them, empower them, educate them, and with that, hopefully they make informed decisions.
So in regard to that education, we've actually also launched the local financial freedom coach, where we are actually doing business coaching for small businesses, but also financial education for clients, going from school age right the way through to retirees, because the lack of financial education that is out there is actually really, really scary. So that's something that we've been really focused on, just to, again, bring that overall holistic approach to our clients.
It really sounds like you have that one-stop shop to meet every financial requirement of your clients that you can see.
Yeah.
And particularly getting those from an early age and helping them to prepare themselves, whether it's purchasing a car or getting ready to save for a deposit for a house.
Yeah, well, we like to think of our clients as part of the family. Like, we're family in here, all of us working together. So we like to think of our clients as part of that family. So with that, we like to, be there for them in every aspect of their life.
Yeah.
I think that's driven a bit in part too by the first question you asked about why we're celebrating this day. It's because of bringing that overall holistic approach, and I think brokers do that really well. Is we really do care about our clients. They're not a number to us.
Well, it really sounds like you're taking broking to the next level, which is probably where we're seeing it heading over the next 5 or 10 years. Gone are the days where we see a broker and, hey, I need a home loan, and you do the home loan and the clients are gone, and if they need any aftercare service, they're going direct back to the bank, where now we're not seeing that. And I think you ladies seem like you're taking that company into that direction, which is fantastic.
Yeah, I think that's the way, what you're asking is that's the way broking's heading. You have to be diversified. We learned really early that our clients kept coming back to us for everything, because it wasn't just about their home loan, it was about, do you know somebody that can do this? Do you know an accountant? Do you know a financial planner? And we were always forever having to monitor these people to make sure that they were giving our customers the same care as what we do. And in the end, we just thought, we're just going to do it ourselves, and we'll bring people in so the client gets the same experience. No matter which part of the company they're dealing with, the experience is the same. And I believe, and Sue does too, very strongly, that that's the way broking is headed.
That's awesome. It probably goes on to around the importance of finance broker and our industry as a whole. Kylie, do you want to touch a little bit about what you think the importance is and where you see the industry continuing to head?
In regard to mortgage broking?
Either or any of the companies that cover the
They cover us.
local financial group now.
Yeah, it's what I think the days of being able to do it as a single broker are probably getting harder and harder and harder as clients expect more and more from you. So I think you have to diversify. I don't think that's 10 years ago it was a good idea if you did, and if you got some extra general insurance in, that was great. That's changed now, and you have to do it in order for your business to actually grow. I think clients are more demanding, and they want a level of care that they're not finding elsewhere. And that often is, they don't find it with their financial planner, they don't find it with their insurer. They just want to go somewhere where they feel safe, where they can trust, and that they also don't mind referring their friends because they know it's not going to come back and burn them. And that just comes down to, again, it's the care factor.
Absolutely.
I think that's something that banks don't offer in reality. Like, they offer the whole suite, but I don't think they offer the care factor that brokers do.
Probably the number one important factor, isn't it?
Absolutely.
It's a relationship business.
Absolutely. Clients like to feel valued, and they like to feel important and cared for, and that, you know, when they're telling us their issues or their dreams, that we actually care about them. And I think that's the difference that you find between a bank and, you know, broking businesses or financial practices.
I think I've also seen it firsthand. You ladies look after clients and the way you go about it. And it really encompasses what a quality finance broker looks like, that you're helping the clients from your first contact point, whether that be over the phone or via a face-to-face interview, and you're helping them beyond the settlement. So it's not just, there's your loan, contact us when you need something. You guys are really proactive to say, listen, we've looked at it, or you mentioned you want to purchase an investment property in a couple of years, it's been a year and a half, you want to sit down and have a look at it and see what we can get working for you. You guys do that really well. And it really encompasses that relationship piece, given how important our industry is to the Australian market and the Australian consumer. It is really that, it's a serious transaction, purchasing a property, and someone wants to have an expert like yourselves in their corner to be able to assist them all the way through.
The aftercare is really, really important, and we've done that, and our brokers that are with us, they have to encompass the aftercare of the client. It's not, there's your loan settled, see you later. That doesn't work anymore because they don't have any loyalty to you, and they'll chase the next cheapest rate and the next cheapest rate. They'll look for online lenders. So we want ours to really come back to, they don't make a financial decision without coming to us. Sometimes it can save them a lot of money and a lot of headaches and time. And that's really, it's driving the aftercare, I think, is really, really important. And that is what, I think we've done that really well.
So talking about saving money, so can I ask you, with the RBA's rate cut last week, so taking it to historical lows that we've never ever seen before in Australia, what advice would you give to clients out there?
Okay, well, I think that it's a great time to do a home loan health check, obviously. With the rates as low as they are, if you haven't got a broker, come and see us. Obviously, that makes sense, doesn't it? But if you have got a broker, go back to your broker and ask them to do a pricing discount with the banks. Just ask them to see if they can get a better rate for you. And if they can't, I'd probably say, look at refinancing. Because if the bank isn't going to look after you, then why would you want to stay there? And I think that's the thing that brokers have brought to the industry, is the fact that we care about our clients and want to give them the best, well, not the best rates, but, you know, we want to give them options for rates and make sure that what they're getting is suitable for them, right? Whereas a bank is about numbers, clients. Okay, so right now, with rates as low as they are, get a home loan health check done. Go back and see your broker.
Some really solid advice, I think.
I think as brokers as well, we've just been actually able to temper the hysteria that has gone on over this latest one, where, you know, CBA dropped by X amount and somebody else dropped by that amount, and they've been slammed in the media, slammed by brokers about they didn't drop the full amount. But a good broker will go back and say to their clients, you need to look at what it actually makes the standard variable rate now, and then what discounts have we been able to get for you off that? Because on paper or on the advertisements, it might not look to be the cheapest, but actually it does work the best for you because the discount that's been, you know, applied or achieved, or the bank's standard variable rates could have all been out of whack with each other to start with. They're not all the same, so you need I think, broking has really brought that back. It's stopped some of the hysteria that the media has created by getting our clients to look at the overall picture, not just that immediate, oh, this one only went down by 0.1, so therefore start moving. It doesn't make sense to do that.
No, sometimes it doesn't anyway.
Yeah.
And what if they've, paid mortgage insurance on their loans?
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense.
What's
at all
suitable
to-
for them?
I think we brought a balance to
Yeah.
the actual finance industry. That's what brokers have brought.
I think we're continuing to see that grow. I think we've had it up to around 53.7, 54%, depending which articles you write or you're reading, around how many consumers are using a finance broker. But if we say at least every 1 in 2 has been written by a finance broker,
Yeah.
continuing to rise, it probably goes to everything that you ladies have been
That's
saying.
right. It
Yeah.
says everything.
Well, and I think it's helped take some of the business away from the big four, where the public now knows that there are these other lenders out there, whether they're mortgage managers or they're second tier lenders or whatever, credit unions. Brokers are open to that, and they can bring that choice to the client, whereas previously they might not have actually understood what they were or who they were, and took comfort by the fact these are one of the big four banks, so they must be great. Not knocking them, but competition is great, and the brokers have helped open up the competition to the big four.
Excellent. So Liz, I have to ask you, we're a week away from the inaugural National Finance Brokers Day coming next Wednesday.
Exciting times.
It is, and it's going to get bigger and better as we go on every year. But
Let's hope so.
what are you ladies doing to celebrate the day in your own special way?
Surprisingly, we'll have some champagne. I know that's
I never would have thought.
Drinking
Never
champagne
would've
sounds like a really good thing.
Yeah, we'll be drinking champagne. I think, we'll probably get together with the staff and just have a chat to them and just remind them about why we're here, because we encourage our staff to talk about us outside and why you should see a broker and whatnot. And for each other, we'll probably just review our role within the industry and where do we want to take it ourselves next. Yeah, it's a good time. It's a good day for reflection and celebration.
It is, and we haven't got to a national public holiday yet. Maybe we can continue
That
working
would
on
be
that with
really
everybody.
good. Yes.
Maybe petitions going around next year, but we'll see how we go. Ladies, would you like to join me? I've created a new NFBD segment called Finance Frenzy. So just to add a bit of fun culture into it, as I'm all about the people that do know me, and I know you ladies like a bit of fun. So what I'm going to do is, the segment is about asking each of you 5 questions.
Yep.
And you have approximately 5 seconds to answer that question. And if you get it wrong, or you or you run out of time, you will hear this sound. So you'll hear that. Hopefully everyone can hear that because it's quite loud on our end.
Yep.
So who wants to go first, Sue?
Sue wants to go first.
I volunteer.
All right, Sue.
It's me.
These are easy ones.
I'll have a drink while I'm
Okay.
waiting.
Okay.
So Sue, first question. Can you name us 2 advantages of using a finance broker?
We look for the most suitable product for the client, and what else can we do?
Oh, I can Sue, that's definitely more than 5 seconds.
Well, that answers 2 things: suitable and product.
Certainly, I suppose we can probably add 5 or 6 or 7 different topics in there.
Absolutely.
Right. The next one, and hopefully you've been watching the Olympics.
I haven't.
You haven't? Okay, well you might have to guess this one. So,
I can back her up.
Can I call a friend?
No friends.
Or no call.
You're by yourself on this show.
I can't even ask Kylie.
No.
I could just jump in with the answer.
Okay, she can. Yes.
So, how many gold medals have Australia won as at the end of day 3?
4.
4 is correct.
Yes. I did well.
Cheats.
I honestly haven't watched the Olympics.
Yeah. Good, you're watching it.
Oh gosh.
Right. So, what day is National Finance Brokers Day?
17th
Correct.
of August.
It's a Wednesday.
Just
Oh, and the date. Yeah, that's the date. What the date?
I would have accepted the 3rd Wednesday annually in August, but
Okay.
17th this year is correct.
Who knew?
So what does FOG stand for?
First home owners grant.
Correct.
Well, that's going to be an easy one.
I'll go
The
next
ones have
one.
been tough.
All right, and your last question. Well, we're going for a clean sweep. I'll give you. These are going to end up being 4.5. I'll give you half for the first one.
Okay.
What is a split loan?
A split loan. It can be part variable, part fixed.
Correct. We'll take that. That's simple in under 5 seconds. All
Right,
right,
excellent.
4.5. Carly got a beat. So
I
you
give
clean
a friend
sweep.
now. Yeah,
get a
okay.
clean sweep.
I get to
Maybe you
drink
should have helped.
You drink
I get to
champagne.
drink
You can
champagne now. Cheers.
So, Carly, your first question.
Mm.
What is the current Reserve Bank's cash rate?
Oh, I knew you were going to ask that. And Sue doesn't know either. It's the lowest it's ever been.
We're not taking it. 1.5.
I was trying to tell you what.
I actually took no notes of it. I was just watching what the lenders were doing.
The important one they
The
need to watch.
important one,
Correct.
that's right. I was
Yes.
looking at the RBA.
So we thought that was a bit of a, that's probably your hardest question. So
Yeah, that was like my Olympics
Your-
one. And I was whispering 1.5, 1.5.
I know, I decided I would go.
your next
through.
question, what does LVR stand for?
Loan to value ratio.
Correct. We'll take that one.
Oh.
This is an easy one, and there's probably no right or wrong answer. So, what was your first job?
I was actually a bank teller.
A bank teller. We'll give you the platform. We don't know. So is
No,
that right?
she was.
All right.
Yes, yes.
It lasted 5
We'll,
minutes.
we'll
but
go
I
up
was
to
a
the
bank
we'll go
teller.
up to the review board.
Yep,
Yes, that's
yep,
correct.
excellent, great.
Okay. And question 4.
Mhm.
Name the big 4 banks.
CBA, NAB, ANZ and Westpac.
Correct. On a roll.
Yeah.
So
On a roll.
to get 4 out of 5, can you name 3 aggregators?
Plan, fast and choice.
Well done. That gives you 4. So, Sue, congratulations to the winner of our first finance frenzy with 4.5 out of 5. Congratulations.
For you. When was my easy question about the Olympics?
I know.
I get the reserve bank, which I
Yeah,
took no
right.
notice of.
So, ladies, I want to personally thank you very much for your support in National Finance Brokers Day. And more importantly, thanks for spending some time with me today and sharing your insights around the industry. And more importantly, at the moment, it's probably a week of fun that we're leading up to it. So thank you very much for taking part of it.
It's
and
a pleasure.
celebrating.
And it was a great way to
Yeah,
start it.
it was a great way to start it.
Absolutely.
Champagne every day for Dino. That's all I can say.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So before we finish off today, just a quick shout out to my youngest daughter Michaela celebrating her 10th birthday today. Hope you're not watching, darling, because you should still be at school. So
Happy birthday, Michaela.
Happy
Dad will see you soon. I also wanted to mention given the days of week away, we have posted the web link and the password to the live online show on our Facebook page. So go on there, grab it, save it as a favourite, write it down, whatever you need to do, because the show's going to be a cracker. We've got some really in-depth, experienced, knowledgeable panel members that will be sharing their insights and also having some fun with Finance Frenzy. So we're going to put them on the spot and maybe we'll give them a few harder questions and see what we can get out of them.
You should.
We encourage you to also take photos on the day on what you're doing, whether you're celebrating with staff, clients, referral partners, sitting by the pool, lazing around, having a cocktail,
Just saying.
and post those to our page. We've still got the competition where you can win this iPad mini, so check that. It's on the top of it's pinned to the top of the Facebook page.
Yep.
And finally, guys, can I leave you with just remembering that finance brokers just don't sell products; they actually help create dreams. So, does that catch on? I'm going to run and turn that off, so bear with me coming close to it. Thanks, ladies.
Dino.
Thanks.